Not Underwood, Underwig. Look, I'll be spitting and stuff, and I would prefer not to spit on here. I'm a spit, but I don't want to let y'all see it. Okay. Y'all spit. If I spit, y'all might be sure I'm a man. Oh well. Virgo. Bottoms up. Bottoms up. Somebody celebrating. I need to buy a new phone. It won't come down. Somebody could be celebrating something, and that's why the bottoms is up. Got a couple bottles, but a couple ain't enough. To security, we about to tear this club up. Bottoms up, bottoms up. Pocket full of green. Girl, I know you. Girl, you know I love the way you shake it in them jeans. Can I get some all around that rum tray? Do you think you can? I can't find the meaning. Maybe somebody's, that's why I said this must, maybe somebody's having a celebration. Something involving drinks. I should have sprayed the weed out better in there. Anyway, moving right along, Virgo people. We're going to see what messages the universe got for you. God, universe, angels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Supposed to be a dog, but you done put me in a kennel. Girl, put a muzzle on it, all that barking over dinner. Somebody was a dog, but you done put him in a kennel. So somebody don't want to be a player. That's what that's about. Somebody was being a dog is about being into several women, and when you get put in a kennel, you're ready to be a loyal, faithful man. Okay, it's a reference, a metaphor for the song. Somebody got their eyes zoomed in on one person, and that one person is the person that's going to lock them down. Maybe you've been okay with many women, but now you only see one. Okay, so let's see what we got for the Virgo people. I don't know what's up with this backwood. It ain't burning the way it's supposed to. I didn't spend too much time on it. Six of Pentacles, and then Sam Smith starts singing, "Won't you stay with me?" Yep, somebody didn't realize that. They only need one person. 'Cause you're all I need. I probably cut already, but I wasn't sure, and I had to make sure, for sure, be sure. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. That's relevant for somebody. You wasn't sure, you had to make sure. You thought so, but you wasn't sure, you had to make sure. So on the bottom of the deck, we got the Emperor. And underneath the Emperor, we have the Four of Swords. And then under that, we have, wow, Mr. King of Pentacles. So, Virgo masculine. Sitting in the position of an Emperor. Has completed some type of cycle. Or cycle. Yeah, it's a cycle completion. And now he's ready to take charge of an underlying truth. Or take charge of healing. I would clarify, but it's the bottom of the deck, so that really doesn't matter to us. Not yet. Okay? So it start coming out. But the Emperor, a.k.a. the King of Pentacles in some people's cases, wants healing. Or they got an underlying truth. Which is it? Don't really know, but he's supposed to be taking charge of something. Let's just see. We got for the Virgo people. Me and the backwood things got a bittersweet relationship. Because first of all, y'all hear that? It's enough rasp in my motherfucking voice. I don't need no backwoods making it raspier. And then what the fuck they be doing when you roll them up? Why they don't act like a swisher? That's my problem. That's why me and the backwoods got bittersweet, but they get you high like giraffe pussy. I don't know what they got in that motherfucker, but it ain't gonna be the same. You can put the same exact green in the swisher and then put it in the backwood, and the backwood's gonna blow your fucking face off. It's true. 4 of Wands. So that energy that I was saying zeroed in on one person, boom, right there. Somebody's made choices, movements, and decisions to zero in on one person, and you want to commit, baby. You want something real with this one motherfucker. All I do is think of you day and night. I can't get you off my mind. Young whippersnapper, step on back now. I'm just kidding. I'm only 32 myself. I got an old soul, but that's some old school shit. All I do is think. That ain't a part of the song, but that's all. Look at that. Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking ego P. It's going down. Somebody dropping them walls, them barriers, them caves that they build it up around themselves and their heart, trying to keep love out. Well, I say love because you now go from, well, I don't know if your ego was up, but it had to be because you're dropping it. Okay? Because you are zeroed in on somebody that you want to love. And you realize that you can't love this person with your ego, or no person for that matter. There's a lot of love for them there with that King of Cups that was on the bottom of the deck right there. Okay, I was shooting for 5, but that's okay. We'll go for 6 because 6 is the number of balance, and that's obviously what you need right now. You want to balance it with somebody, or somebody wants to balance it with you. Justice is about doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. It's also a karmic being paid, and it's also the truth. The truth will set you free according to your intuition. The truth is what you need to do, or this is what they need to do when it comes to you. But justice with the high priestess is the truth being shown where something was hidden. Boom. Somebody wants to stand up and defend a position. They want to manifest, but they might lack a bit of confidence within themselves. But they made the choice. But they need to put some actions behind those words or that decision, okay? Tell me about this 2 of Wands. There's the truth right there. There's the choice, moving in decision to rush in and tell the truth. And the underlying truth from the bottom of the deck. There it is. Boom. I'm clarifying it now that it's out here. Knight of Swords. Somebody's rushing in. Somebody's made a choice to get into alignment. And that requires them speaking the truth because they are zeroed in on one option. And it was inevitable is what I heard, because what is written in the stars is written in the stars, and there's nothing we can do about it. Okay? Something is Gary. They go to balance that you need. And something's Gary be transformed with the Empress. Transformation to bring in balance with the Empress. And the Emperor was on the bottom. So that's what his problem is. AKA, for some of you, that's going to be the King of Pentacles, as we saw down there. For some people, it won't be the King of Pentacles or Pentacle at all. It'll be somebody maybe dealing with the Pentacle. Okay. The Pentacle meaning nerve sign. Sorry, I don't mean no offense. Okay. So the Knight of Swords. Somebody's ready to speak the truth about the facts. The facts was, I was holding on to hurt. I was mentally conflicted because 3 of Swords is what I was holding on, but I've been healing. And the more I heal, the more clear I see. That's what this person is Gary saying. Because they beginning to see more clearly, they want to transform whatever they've done. Okay, when they wasn't healed. Because hurt people, baby. Okay, tell me about this 5 of Swords. No, the 5 of Swords don't matter. 4 of Swords. Oh my God, boy. After the twin flame journey, I'm not as pleasant as I used to be in dating. I mean, you don't have to be pleasant. You just have to stand on yourself, right? The only thing that makes me not so pleasant now is because the amount of time that I'm willing to give you to waste is non-existent. I will cut your ass off in the drop of a dime, and I don't need shit but an intuitive reason to do so. My, look how I've changed. My, look what the journey has done. It's not so bad actually, because that's how you keep yourself from fuck people, and you don't waste no time. You see people for who they are, who they show you very first time, you move on accordingly. Guess what you don't find later down the line? That you're dealing with heartbreak. You find that you be dodging bullets left and right. You be walking around this bitch with a bulletproof vest, like, oh, he trying to, oh, that cricket ass Earl love, don't want it. Oh, don't want that broken ass love. Ski. You don't even know how to love. You don't even love yourself. Back up, back up, back up. You got to sift through the bullshit so you can get to the good shit. You know what I mean? That's how we got to go. But the point is, somebody's very apologetic for holding on to that hurt, because holding on to that hurt was a problem. Holding on to hurt is a problem for everybody, because hurt will infract. What do I mean? What does infract mean, in case you don't understand it? Impair. Let's just say impair then. You know how, yeah, it will impair, okay? It will impair. Let's just say your vision gets impaired by alcohol. It get impaired by being hurt too. It get impaired by trauma. It get impaired by pain. You see what I'm saying? Because if you are living, or addiction as well, people get on addiction and they see life different. They don't see priorities. The priority is to get high. You know what I mean? When people get on strong drugs like meth, for example, it physically takes over their body, and they don't be able to control themselves no more. So as much as they want to be a good person and they want to love you the way that they used to, they really can't. They're not capable of it. So that's where you step in and say, you're not capable of loving me the way I need to, so let me not even let this go any further. That's what you do in the beginning, so that you don't end up in love with a motherfucker that is hard to let go, because love is not easy. You ain't just pick your shit up and pack and go. Not if you're giving out real love, not if you're feeling real love and it's healed. But hurt people is the point that I'm making. And when you're hurt, your perspective is hurt too, which means what you see is not clear. You're seeing that from an impaired vision. You might as well be drunk trying to drive. Everything's blurry. You might as well be a meth head, no offense to anybody, trying to cope in everyday life without any rehab or any help. I mean, it's hard to do that. Not impossible, but it's very extremely hard. And if you let an expert tell it, they'll tell you it's impossible. That's what I disagree with rehab, because that was my last job I worked. What I realized in rehab is that they treated the people like they wasn't capable of even thinking for themselves. Like, these motherfuckers ain't animals. They're human fucking beings. And just, let's be real. Let's back it on up to let's start to how they got here. If a person commits themselves to something that helps them, then they wanted to be helped. Nobody put a gun to their motherfucking head and made them go to rehab. That was a choice they made within themselves, right? So first of all, I brought myself here. Don't treat me like I'm incapable of making a decision, because, bitch, I don't want to be here because I don't feel supported at that point. I feel like you're trying to control me, take advantage of me, treat me like a piece of shit, and then charge me $25,000 for it. So a lot of shit can use some shifts, tweaking, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. I don't even know how I got into all that, but the point is, somebody's perspective was impaired because of hurt. And when the hurt begin to heal, the perspective begin to heal too. And then the more the perspective healed, the clearer you can see. The more your clarity is there. You can see what it is versus what you thought it was. You could come out of the illusion. Seven of Cups reversed, because this is clearly an illusion or confusion. And when the hurt clears and the dust settles, so does the confusion. See, with that confusion clearing out, it makes you more sure about something. It's something that you've become more sure about. And I don't think it's a something. I think it's a someone. Okay? So, the point is, though, somebody's very apologetic about that. They're sorry. They're hoping for another chance. But they might not even realize, with the Destiny card, two things here, which we know this is destiny. Whatever's written in the stars is written in the stars. But this is also the divine stepping in and shifts taking place. Boom. Okay. So, but I do feel like this person is whoever this person is that's feeling apologetic about how they handle things. They want to start over. They want to have another shot at being friends. And I say friends because the Page of Pentacles. And maybe they want more than friendship, but they want to start as a friend. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles. And this is you, King of Pentacles. For a lot of people, it's you, Virgo. Here's the King of Pentacles. And here we are talking about Virgo people. You feel like you did something wrong, or you handled something wrong. There's a Virgo masculine. who feels like he did something wrong and he handled something wrong. And the reason, though, that he handled it the way he handled it in the first place is because he was in pain, because he was hurt. And remember, I just got done explaining, if your heart is impaired, then so is your vision. What you see clearly, you don't when you hurt, when you're traumatized, when you're drunk, when you're whatever. You see what I'm saying? When you're impaired, so is your vision. So when your heart is hurting, you cannot see clearly. All you want to do is keep all these motherfuckers back. So I'm gonna give you a good example. If your heart gets broken, you don't think about no motherfucking love. You don't think about trying to date a motherfucker. You don't think about trying to hear a motherfucker. You think about trying to keep these motherfuckers back because your heart needs to be protected. Your heart needs to be safe. Your heart needs to be secure. That's the only thing you're thinking of. So you cannot see clearly if somebody really good comes into your life at a hurt time in your life. That's why you often hear the story of people saying, I'm sorry, you caught me at a bad time. That is a reference to, I was hurt at the time and I couldn't see your value, but now I'm not hurt no more and I can see exactly what you offer. Boom. You realize the worth and the value of somebody because the hurt done cleared out, because the dust done settled. Seven of Cups, reverse, you zoomed in now and you got all the clarity that you need. Okay. Tell me about the Seven of Cups in reverse. Oh, that was already flipped. Guess it was gonna come out anyway. The Strength card. This is about standing in your power. This is about being courageous. This is about being. This is about conquering. Okay. So this is you knowing what you want, and this is you standing in your power, being courageous, being brave, being fearless, and going the fuck after it, okay? Because you are apologetic, and you do have some type of regret here that you just don't want to call as you don't want to settle it as a regret. Now you do lack the hope and the faith in the situation that this person will want to talk to you, want to hear you out, want to be bothered with you because you know that you betrayed them, or you know that they're feeling betrayed, whether you betrayed them or you didn't. This is how they feel, okay? And we can't just say, well, I didn't do it, so your feelings ain't valid. Maybe you didn't, but if it's how it made a person feel, we can't just be running around telling people their feelings ain't valid. Okay, that's how you felt about it. You got a valid way of feeling, but those were not my intentions behind it, right? So if I do something that hurts you, but that's not what I meant to do, that don't make me a dickhead, But I did unintentionally hurt some feelings. Now I should apologize for that. Everybody ain't won't do that. If I unintentionally hurt your feelings, I will explain that that was not my intention, and I will apologize because it's the fact that your feelings got hurt. That's valid, okay? But I'm not gonna, in a sense, still agree that I did something, okay? Some people, I don't know, it just be a big. I feel like two people are merely not seeing something in the same way. So this person doesn't feel as hopeful as they could, but they're gonna be courageous and confident anyway. Maybe they sabotaged the situation. Maybe they betrayed somebody. The Emperor. So you're not feeling that hopeful in the situation, but you're going to do it anyway because you're zoomed in, because you have clarity, because you know what to do. Okay? You got the facts. Tell me about the Star reverse. Somebody could be dealing with an Aquarius. We got Sagittarius. We got Taurus, Libra, Pisces. The Star reverse. You lack the faith and the hope that you could find any balance in the situation, that you could find that you can even repair it. You feel like it's too late. You feel like that somebody's done. They dropped it. It's finished. You feel like somebody put it down as a burden. But even yet and still, that's not going to stop you from walking away from the lies and standing in the truth. Walking away from the dust and standing into the cleanness. That's not how it's supposed to be. That was supposed to be like clouds and then no clouds. Like I can't see and now I can. Like I'm not clear and now I am. I don't know. It took a turn somewhere, but y'all know what I mean. Okay. So somebody's ready to find the balance. They're ready to walk away from the lies and stand into the truth. But they're not very hopeful in this situation because they don't see what's gonna happen. They don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but they don't give a fuck because they get offer their love to this person. The person that they sabotaged, they betrayed, whatever. The facts are now that they want to have something solid and committed. So, Smokey said, he'll be back. She'll be back. She'll love me in the morning. I'll take it out. You'll be back. You love me in the morning. So that's what somebody's going back. But Smokey knew that, but she never did come back in that though. Which is odd. But that's just probably a reference. Everything's metaphors around this bitch, and I just got to bust it open. Okay? Like, what does this metaphor mean? Tell me about this Four of Wands, Spirit. You're going to be happy, Virgo. See, a lot of times as people, we get caught up. We get caught up in the world, caught up in what people think of us, caught up in how people see us, caught up in trying to please other motherfuckers and putting ourselves on the back burners. That shit don't work for me. I used to be that person, but I'm not anymore. Turns out I never really was, but in life, you often don't really know yourself until you get to know yourself. You know? Just saying. So what it boils down to is, Virgo, is 8 of Cups. I'm going to have to get into this because I don't know what's going on, but what it feels like is somebody's walking away from something that doesn't serve them emotionally for something that does. Ah, that's my song right there. All of me right on the spot. Na 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 na. Oh, they ready to give everything. Na 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 na. You can have in me. Thing I own. Work my fingers all the way to the bone. Oh, it's serious. Ugh. Na 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 na. I want to know what you're walking away from though, because this has been a situation either you sabotaged or betrayed. I can't tell, but you got anxiety behind it, and you gained a new perspective about it because when the dust settles, you can see clearly. What the fact remains is somebody was focusing on the past situation that was poured out, and they couldn't focus on the love, but they see it now. I think this was the same, just about the same message from last week. What'd you walk away from? 8 of Cups. What's this 8 of Cups here for the Virgo people? The Fool card, the Ace of Wands. Dang, that's the third ace. The only ace we missing is the Swords. So somebody got to come out and speak some truth here. You're trying to reconcile something that is destined for you. And it's time for you to put your faith into it. 8 of Cups says King of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So somebody could have walked away from you and then you turn around and offer them something, or vice versa. Or give me one more. You're moving on from something. It's like you got an idea and you know the truth. So you move on. You know who the person for you is? The person you've been holding back from. Let's see about the Queen of Wands. 2 of Swords. Fool. 6 of Cups. 4 of Cups. So you got 2 options here, Virgo. Miss out on the opportunity or make it new again. And that's the 4 and the 6. That makes the 10 of Cups. That means this is something that makes you very happy. And you got an options right now. It's either you be courageous or you miss out. So now it's up to you. You know the facts. And now what you going to do with it? The choice is yours. You're at the crossroads here. You're going to either miss out or you're going to go after that opportunity, or this is somebody you're dealing with, right? You're going to need your leap of faith, baby. You're going to need your leap of faith because right now you are scared of ever been telling somebody the truth. Hey, May. The 4th ace. But the fact remains is that you want to offer this love. You want to offer this love. Tell me about this Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Yep. And it's not just love from you, though. It looks like the love is mutual here. But you see, this is wish fulfillment, right? And you're not sure. Maybe that's the thing. You're not sure if this person loves you the way you love them. But it's only one way to find out. Going nowhere fast, we reached the climax. Ooh, that's a problem. That's a problem, Virgo or cross watcher. That's a problem. That's a problem because this card is here and us, you're singing going nowhere fast. And we rushing nowhere fast to the end of a cycle. That's no good. That's no good, Virgo or cross watcher. Somebody got to stop that. Somebody has to stop this cycle from ending because you obviously don't want it to end. You know you don't want it to end. You just scared of shit. You got to do something because guess what's happening? What's online here? the 10 of Cups, but not just any 10 of Cups. This is a happy ever after, but it's the happiest fucking ever after in your life. With the Sun card coming out, it don't get no fucking happier than this, Virgo and or cross watcher. So please get to putting in the work to something. This is what you got to do. You got to be courageous. You got to face your fears. If your happiness means anything to you. I mean, your happiness won't mean nothing, and it won't mean nothing. It won't mean as much to nobody as it'll mean to you, right? So if you want to be happy in life, you're going to have to be the one to make sure happy. And that means many things, right? That means cutting off motherfuckers that mean you no good. That means cutting off motherfuckers that you show love to, but in return didn't get show shit back. It means a lot of things. It means like when you're getting to know people in the beginning, cutting their ass off in the beginning when you see them red flags, because it could get further down the line where you think you trusting and loving on a motherfucker and now they done fucked you over. So you got to be careful out here. That's what it boils down to. See, what's happened here is that instead of somebody discerning people for being good or bad, or should I keep them close or push them away, they've been pushing out every fucking body. And now when they started to heal, right, they realized that one of those people in particular, I'm spitting, my bad. One of those people in particular that they pushed away was not worth being pushed away. It was worth being held on to, right? So somebody's done pushed away some shit that they should have held tight, right? And this is where it happens, right? So now they're faced with a decision of whether they're going to go and say something, they're going to fix it, or they're going to lose this motherfucker forever. One thing about losing a motherfucker forever is that you live in life in regret, because every day on your mind is going to be what you wish you should have did, what you could have did, how your life could have turned out, how nobody want to think about that shit. Not me anyway. If you want to do that, that's you. But baby, I'm not about to wonder about what it would have been like if I would have took that trip to Georgia, or what it would have been like if I would have did this, if I would have did that. I don't live life with regrets, baby. So I do what's on my mind, and I do what's on my heart, and I do what's on my spirit. And I'm a small person, but don't much scare me. So I don't really know what to tell people as far as fear goes, because I'm pretty brave in this world. And don't shit scare me but the Lord. And not because his intentions are to scare me, but I see the power that he holds and how he move with it. The Lord, no offense, Lord, I absolutely love you. And I don't mean nothing bad by the next thing I'm about to say. I mean, all respect. The Lord is like a mercenary that I don't want to fuck with. Not like he gonna execute me or nothing, but he know how to make me get out or lay down. So I don't want to, you know how they say you pick your battles wisely, and the Lord is not a battle that I want to pick, in other words. So I'm not like, oh my God, terrified, but I'm like scared to not do what I know I'm not supposed to do. I'm scared to do the wrong thing. I'm scared to tell a lie. I'm scared to rack up bad karma. I don't want to do shit like that. I'm not really necessarily, it's just not for me. I rather tell the truth, do the good shit so I can reap the good shit. You reap what you sow. So I'm trying to reap good shit, so I sow good shit. That's what I'm basically saying. Shit. Anyway, you got to be courageous. Yeah, you don't know if this person loves you as much as you love them. You don't know where it's going to go, but you can't just sit there in the rest of your life not knowing. You got to know something. Even if a motherfucker don't want to be with you, at least you can know that you gave it all that you got. You see what I'm saying? If you, at least you tried, at least you did something, at least you said something, at least you put that effort in, versus if you don't do shit, then you're going to be sitting here wondering what it could have been, not knowing what the answer would have been. Nobody got time for that shit. So guess what it turns out to be? Guess what you do, Virgo or cross watcher? You drop that motherfucking ego, because the ego is what you drop the fear, the ego, or you just find yourself just saying fuck it and being brave, because the ego only comes up because of the fear that you got going on. You scared, not scared like a little pussy scared, but you scared of heartbreak like every motherfucking body else in this world. And if they tell you they ain't, they a motherfucking liar. Because heartbreak got the capability of doing some things to you. Your mental, your physical, your every fucking thing. So don't nobody got time to be out here loving on the wrong motherfucker. That's the point. Not these motherfuckers. Not us motherfuckers that's out here serious about love anyway. All the rest of these motherfuckers out here Netflix and chilling and playing. They can do what the fuck they want to do. They can be just fine. But this is what it boils down to. It's all kind of people in the world. If you ain't trying to commit, it's several other motherfuckers out there with you that don't want to commit. If you want to commit a relationship, it's several motherfuckers out here that do want to commit a relationship. You don't have to lie to kick it. If you don't want to be faithful, tell a motherfucker, I ain't trying to be faithful. You're going to eventually run it. Motherfuckers going to be like, oh, hell no, I'm looking for something good. You're going to get cut off, spun by a couple people. But you're going to run into those people that be like, what? I ain't looking for no relationship either. Type shit. People just want to have fun. So it's a world full of them, trust me. And then you got those who's looking for marriage. So the point is, as humans, we could just be honest. If we're just honest, we will find like-minded people. Versus if you're lying, then you done put yourself in a group of people that you don't even fit with, because you're trying to be some motherfucker you ain't, or you're trying to impress some motherfucker that don't probably matter. I don't know. Some people don't get it. Let me just stop explaining and wasting my breath. I mean, I probably ain't wasting my breath to some people because they do understand, but a lot of people are lost in this world and they don't have a fucking clue. They really don't. Something about this Five of Wands reverse. This is where the pride goes down. It's true, man. People are not spiritually strong out here. They strong in the flesh and they think they doing some shit. Spirit got to be strong. The spirit got to be strong, and I don't mean it because, oh, now because you're all holier than thou and you're not going to be sinning. No, that's not what I mean. I mean because you got to be strong in the spirit because the devil will trick them pretty little eyeballs of yours and you be thinking you got a motherfucking prize and you ain't got shit but a lump of fucking coal. So you got to be careful. You got to follow your intuition at all times, especially when you hurt. Even when you hurt, because your perspective of when you hurt got worse. Now what you can't see just got more blurry. So it's very important to keep your right hand man, which is your intuition, and that's where the spread ends off in your intuition. But we ain't there yet. So tell me about this Five of Wands reverse. Well, we got the Nine of Wands, and we got the Queen of Swords. King and the Queen of Swords is here together, and then we got the Hangman. See, somebody's cut out the ego because this is something that they needed when they was wounded. And since they're no longer wounded, their perspective begins to heal. This is when the perspective is healed and now they see it different. So they got a new perspective. They cut out ego. They cut out pain. They cut out hurt because healing took place. See that? There's the perspective change. I was just focusing on shit that from the past that was over. And this is why I couldn't see a good thing when it passed me by. This is why I sabotaged it. This is why I betrayed it. This is why I did whatever I did to it. Right? A perspective change is happening here. And now somebody's going to be honest. Right? They're going to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And in this situation right here, I'm going to tell you before I clarify that card what the right thing is to do. The right thing is to right your motherfucking wrongs. If you was wrong and you discredited a motherfucker or you didn't value them because of your hurt, then you need to write that shit right. I'm just saying. Me as a human being, everybody ain't like me though. Everybody don't take accountability. Everybody ain't honest. Everybody don't keep that shit funky. These motherfuckers like to hide behind the bush. They like to be who they want motherfuckers to think they are. They like to think they know everything and don't know shit. Like that just that itches my ass so bad. That's a saying that I stole from people. I heard that. For a motherfucker to sit here and be in your face arguing with you so bad, but not know a fuck ass fact behind what they argue. They just arguing because they like to argue, because it's toxic, because they like to be toxic, but they don't know shit. So when you fact check their ass and you right, I be wondering, like, how did we get this far in the argument? But you never, like, Google no shit. You never went and did no research, like you do nothing. But you still going hard for some shit you don't know. I don't know. That's how people be. But this is the point that I'm making, because this person was so sure that whoever this person wasn't valued, wasn't worth being in their life. Or I'm going to just boil it down to that, because if they treated this person like they was worth being in their life, then they wouldn't be having to turn around and try to spin the block and get them back. Right? And if you seen the value in a motherfucker from the jump, you would have never risked that shit. That's just what it boils down to. So the shit, I'm good as an intuitive, right? But I also got real good common sense as well. So it's no way a motherfucker be trying to get you back if they treated you right the first time. They just wouldn't. You know, if they appreciated what you offer, what you brought to the table and all that good shit, motherfucker wouldn't be trying to spin the block for you. But sometimes shit happens the way it should because people lack perspective because they ended up in a fucked up situation and it hurt them. That's how it goes. So we got the Justice card. This is where people doing the right thing. I was supposed to tell y'all before I clarify what happens. The person is going to tell the truth. This is what I believe. The person now already got the vulnerable card, so we can throw that in there. They're going to put down their walls. It's inevitable. They're going to be vulnerable because they're going to feel bad. People feel if you're any kind of decent human being, you can't just accidentally or purposely fuck a motherfucker over and just never feel bad about it. You just can't, right? Now, so this person is going to tell the truth. They're going to admit that it wasn't you, it was me. I was a bad place in my life. I think you're a very valuable person. I think you offer a lot of value to my life. In fact, you got all the capability of making me happy, so much so that I would like to start a committed relationship with you. I would like for us to start off as friends, and then I would like for us to try to build into something solid. This person ain't coming to play. This person is coming to offer everything. And why are they coming to offer everything? Because they know the value here. You hear what I'm saying? The value has been assessed in a correct perspective now. Just imagine how things look when you can see clear. Just imagine how things look when you discern it. Just imagine how things look when you find your intuition and you use it. Right? Because it be jewels hurting. I mean hurting. This is where you found it right here though. Look where you found it. Right? For most of us, we would call these dark places of our life. When you get hurt, you call that a dark spot. You call it chilling in the dirt for a second. That's what we refer to it, right? Because that relationship that fucked us up, it fucks our mind up. It fucks your mental up, not just your heart. So now you are here thinking bad about yourself. You are here thinking you worthless. You are here thinking you chilling in the dirt with the rest of the bugs in the trash. This is how you see yourself. Maybe not in a sense, but you're going to think something in a lack mentality of yourself. So when you're looking at possibly opportunities like this, you're going to be pushing them bitches far away from you. Why? Because that's not how you don't see them like this when you hurt, right? You see them like this. So instead of seeing this, a 9 of cups, what it was, a wish fulfillment, you saw this. The pain that you already been through and the pain that you couldn't forward anymore. But see, the perspective had you messed up because who was guaranteeing that the situation was going to turn out bad? There's no guarantee that the situation is going to end up hurting you. And there's no guarantees that the situation is going to end up making you happy either. Right? But your intuition is there to help you discern through this world where your eyes can trick the fuck out of you. And what you seeing can be an illusion, baby. So you need your intuition. It's very important. This love, your intuition is important in this world. Like this love right here is important to your heart. All right. So let's get into the justice now. Tell me more about justice. You gotta make this person very aware. That truth that you ain't want to speak, that you've been afraid to speak, that you've been hiding from speaking or holding back from speaking, you gotta speak it. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Is it that bad? Only darkness every day. Oh, I can see why. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, 'cause she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Somebody learned the true value of an empress. But not only that, they learn the true value of being an emperor. I like this, Virgo. I like this. So what happens is that you're going to be vulnerable with this person that you see as the empress because it ain't no sunshine when she's gone. How about the temperance card? I know. I'm sorry, I was feeling Medea. I play all day. What cycle's closing? Because, baby, this cycle ain't closing. The business is unfinished. And can I talk to you for a minute? Look at that. I like that. I like that, Virgo. Or a cross watcher, whoever. Somebody is being accountable for that time when they was too busy focused on the past to focus on the future. Somebody saying, baby, we're not done. We're just getting started. I just couldn't see clearly. The 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. There's definitely something going on here with the future. It's something about your future. You're thinking you're planning for the future, which is why this vulnerability is important here. Tell me about the word reverse. You need to find out if somebody's single. The Queen of Cups. So something's not finished with this Queen of Cups woman. For some of y'all. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The reward, the recognition. It's still things that you need to say. Things that you need to get off your chest. Things that you want to reward or recognize or not reward, but, you know, basically you undervalue the person, so you want to recognize. Basically, this is reward and recognition. This is giving a motherfucker the recognition for who you know they are, even though you didn't give them the credit that you know they deserved. Basically, this Queen of Cups person. This is somebody, for some of y'all, it ain't probably a water sign, but for a lot of y'all, it is, okay? This is somebody that you want to contract with, a collaboration. You want to build and you want it solid. This is somebody you see as your empress, no matter what sign she is. But for some of y'all, you're dealing with a Pisces. Next card is your intuition. This is somebody that you're in a twin flame situation with. Somebody that you've been in and out on, unreliable to, or that they've been that way to you. Somebody that between somebody that you've been through a painful ending with, okay? Somebody went through a painful ending with somebody who was in and out, and this is how they see the lovers for what it was, because sometimes you got to go through life's experience, and 9 times out of 10 them experiences learn through pain. We learn through pain. Unfortunately, when it's hurting, it's teaching. Okay, so we learn. Somebody's got hurt in a 10 of swords in order to see this. You had to be hurt in order to see something, right? Clearly. Oh, my stomach. I need to get some food now. Something about this high priest. I don't know why it's growling so much, though, because I don't feel hungry like it's claiming I am. It sounds hungry, but I don't feel hungry. So that's the thing with your intuition and your sight. It looks good, but it looks glittery, but it might not be gold, baby. Sounds good, but it might not be a master plan. I'm just saying. So your intuition, now that you got a new perspective, guess what you're doing? Virgo or cross watcher. A revelation is what you've had. And through this revelation, baby, you get a new perspective. And through that new perspective, don't nothing matter but this love. The love you feel. It matters. It matters above all. So that fear that you had is going to be transformed along with that holding back. And you're going to speak the truth to this person and tell them how you really feel. How you really love on them. Them about the tower. Why the tower here? Remember that little message I was just saying a minute ago? Because the Lord know how to make me get down and lay down. The Lord don't play, guys. When he wants something, he's going to get it. I'm just saying. If he comes in this world and he makes a plan, and then he's just say the Lord is writing a book, right? And he puts this character here, and he puts this character, these plays, right? When you go to the play and you audition, they decide which role you're going to play, right? You don't decide which role you're going to play. You decide which role you would like to audition for. But the people who own the cast, they pick if you're going to be the one playing in the role, right? So the Lord is like a cast. Like the cast in an audition in a movie being put together, right? So he gets to pick who plays what role in which movie, right? So if the Lord gives a role to you in a movie and you don't want to play that role, I feel like you'll learn to change your mind later down the road. And you know what that feels like to me? Mafia. It feels like the shows that I watch on HBO. It feels like P-Valley or Raising Canaan or Power. When a person don't give them, if I come to you and I tell you, just say if I was on Power, if I come to you and I tell you I want something and you refuse to get me or give it to me, or you look at me or treat me like what my idea is or what I want is just not a factor, then that's going to make me feel some type of way, right? And I'm not going to stop going after what I want, but I'm going to have to go around you, right? In a sense. But that's what I'm saying that to say. That's what the tower moments be feeling like. It feels like once you complete a tower moment, it feels like you had a choice to avoid the tower, but you chose not to because you didn't want to, because you didn't want to accept what your reality was, or you just didn't want to accept what the Lord had for you or the role in your movie. I don't know. We don't get no choice. You either get out or lay down in this motherfucking journey. You hear what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is you think you have free will, you don't. It sounds good, but think about it. Think about in your life where times you had free will. Think about times in your life where your intuition told you to do something because that was what you was meant to do. But your free will that you had gave you a choice to choose something else and not listen to your intuition. And guess what? The reality of that choice taught you that you need to follow your motherfucking intuition. So that free will didn't do shit but fuck you over and teach you why you need to choose the Lord's way, which is connected to your intuition. It all makes sense once you start to wrap your mind around a lot of shit, because people be always speaking about free will. Ain't no fucking free will. Free will is going to lead you back to the Lord's will. What was written in the stars for you when you came into this lifetime was written in the stars. And no matter if you're going down a path, right, and you're supposed to go this way, but you decide to go that way, something's going to happen on the path right here that send your ass running back down that path. So was it free will or was it fuck will? Think about it. Get down or lay down, baby. It ain't. Take the road of less resistance. So when you thinking you got free will, you really do not. Okay? It's going to be a lesson or experience there to teach you that this is not what you thought it was. So that's just how it goes. Just follow your intuition. Get in tune with your journey, what you came into this world to do, so that you can stick to that. Okay? Because trying to detour and take other paths, I mean, it's all good and gravy. You know, if you're supposed to, you're supposed to. But if you don't and you detour, you're going to get into some shit on that path that's just going to put you back on a U-turn to the path where you're supposed to be. And that's what they call free will. But free will just fucked you and put you back to where you thought you didn't, where you know, where you had a choice to go, but you didn't want to. Where your intuition told you to go, but you didn't want to. But look at you. Turns out you're going to end up going that way anyway, because was it free will? Was it? People got a lot to learn. Me too. I'm people. We got a lot to learn out here. Because it'd be a lot. A whole lot. Sabotage, betrayal, 10 of Pentacles reverse, and there's the pain. The pain is when the truth comes out, and it's not what you thought it was going to be. That's when the pain happens. But then we've been in here too long, Virgo. Damn. Have a nice day. Have a blessed one. Thank you so much for watching for 46 minutes. I'm sorry to take up so much of your precious time. Have a blessed day. Namaste, namaste, namaste. My phone broke. Can I get out of here today? I'm going to just keep tapping the camera. I'm going to order me a new one, y'all. I'm going to order me a new phone, but I'm hesitating on changing my number because I don't think I'm going to give it to no old people from last year. So my phone's going to give me a hard time. Let me just turn it sideways like this. Now, every time I rotate the device, well, let me out of here, YouTube. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes, I've been trying for the longest.